Hello and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. Joining me right here today is Frankie Carvalho. How are you?
I'm great, and it's great to be on your show. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So why don't we start by talking a little bit about you and how you got started in your musical journey?
I'm relatively new to songwriting, but it started by accident. um, 2020 was really bad. I lost a friend to COVID, and then my brother was in ICU for 6 weeks with COVID, and I was really down, not in a good place. And I'm sort of an amateur writer of short stories and poetry. So one afternoon when I was not feeling great, I sat and wrote a poem, which was for my brother. And I did that and gave it to him, and he was pleased. And then, as far as I was concerned, that was the end of it. But then I saw an ad for a course, and it was called Unlock Your Song. And it said, have you got a story to tell? Would you like to unlock your song? So I thought, well, I've got my poem. That's sort of a story. Um, and so I signed up for it. And so my poem became a song. That was with the help of James Hawkins, who's music producer. And he helped me. I had the lyrics and we talked together about the music. And to cut a long story short, when the song was completed, I decided to release it as a charity single to raise money for the hospital that looked after my brother. Um, and that's how it started. And then after that, I just got the bug and I just continued writing.
What is it about music that you absolutely love about it?
Well, I've had it all my life, you see, because my dad was a drummer, and he had his own band. And then my brother became a drummer. He was musical director. And then my daughter married a drummer, and she plays bass guitar. So I've always had music in my life, um, although it wasn't necessarily the thing that I thought I was particularly good at. So that's why I chose writing. When I say writing, I mean short stories and poetry. But by a sort of a fate, I suppose, I was drawn into the world of songwriting just through writing that one poem.
If you had the opportunity to duet or collaborate with any singer in the world, Frankie, who would you choose and why?
Adam Lambert. Not that he would ever want to sing with me, but I think he's got the best voice. Um, and I just think all his emotions go into his music. And I just admire him. And second to that, it would be Elton John, but Adam Lambert, definitely. And if Adam Lambert's listening, I'm here.
So, do you have any upcoming projects or singles that you have to share with us today, Frankie?
Yeah, I mean, the latest single that I've just released a couple of weeks ago is A Thousand Lies. And I'm also going to release another song in a couple of weeks' time called Don't Come Round Here. And that's still working with James Hawkins, who I started working with. And then after that, I've got a Christmas song, which I'm going to release in December. Um, and that's it so far, but I'll be writing more stuff next year as well.
What do you like doing outside of music? Do you have hobbies, interests, anything like that?
Yeah, photography. I love photography. And when I release music, I always use one of my images as a cover for the song. So if you look me up on Spotify or iTunes, you'll see an image against the song, and that will be one of my photographs. And because I worked as a professional photographer for over 10 years, um, working on portraits mostly. Um, and I gave that up because I couldn't make much money out of it, really. There wasn't much doing, but I've always loved photography and I've continued it as a hobby. And as I said, I always use an image or create an image to go with the song. So it's still there.
Where do you see your music in the next 5 to 10 years? And where do you think you'll be as a person?
Oh, that's difficult to say because I'm
Hmm.
so new to it. It's only a couple of years, but and it is difficult to get known when you're an unknown. And
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that I'd have a degree of success, but I think success has to have a touch of luck with it. It's the right person hearing your song and the right person liking your song. Um, but I have had a bit of luck because there's a musical theatre company in London, and they heard my music, and they're going to perform my Christmas song for me, and that will be in a theatre not far from me in London, and that's the big thrill for me because the guy that's going to sing it was in Les Miserables, so he's got a great voice. So to have them wanting to sing one of my songs is just great.
Absolutely. It's amazing that you had the opportunity to, hear back from that theater production company and the fact that you kind of are able to jump in your career. That's amazing.
Yes, so that will be on the 18th of December, the performance. So I'm hoping maybe things will develop after that, but we'll see.
You never know.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to play anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Oh, that's difficult. Um, I think somewhere in London. I know I live in London, but what would be great for me was my father was a musician and he played in lots of theatres. And the last theatre he worked in before he passed was the Wyndham Theatre in London's West End. And to think of myself going in there and performing there where my dad performed would be, oh, it would be great, but it would be emotional, and it would be something that would, I don't know, just knock my socks off, I think.
So, if people want to learn more about you, where can they do so?
Well, I haven't got a website yet, but I'm on Insta, Facebook, Twitter, um, and YouTube. That's my music. But if you Google me, you'll find details of some of my photography as well, and a little bit of background on me. Uh, but I really must sort out getting a website. That's something I must do.
Absolutely. It'd be good to have a website. You're still starting, so it's a little bit different for you, but, definitely a website will help out. So, definitely good
Yeah,
idea.
and I'm lucky that the people I've managed to work with um, have been so kind to me and helpful to me, and advising me because they had got much more knowledge about the recording process, um, and I've learned things from them that I didn't know. I mean, when I started, I just had my lyrics,
Right.
so working with them, and you end up with this wonderful. Well, to me, it's wonderful. Some people might not agree, but you just end up with this recording, and you just love it.
What is the message that you would like to give your fans or anyone that might be listening to this?
I would say always believe in yourself because I never believed in myself. I thought all my family are musical and I'm not. And I never had anything, although I've always loved music. And even when I started songwriting, I thought, what do they call it? Imposter syndrome, where you think, I'm not really good at this, I'm just faking it. But you really got to believe in yourself. And if it's something you're passionate about, okay, you might make mistakes in the beginning, but because you're learning, but keep learning, keep working on whatever it is your passion is, and never ever give up. There'll always be people who maybe put you down, but there'll also be people who will build you up. So listen to them. Don't listen to the ones who want to put you down, and just keep going.
Is there anything that I forgot to mention, Frankie, that you would like to mention today, my friend?
Let me think. Let me think. I've done my photography. I'm trying to think what else. No, I can't think of anything else at the moment. I probably will do as soon as this call ends.
Frankie, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us for a few right here on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's Best Country Mix. We surely do appreciate it. Thank you.